Get your tickets now at WolsteinCenterBoxOffice.com. Of course, your boy EP from will
Cleveland.
be your ring announcer for the night. So, hey, I got all the undercards and the co-main event, and then Ed Lover takes over for the main event.
Nice.
So, I'll be more famous than him after the fight. So that's the plan.
Not sure how hard that's gonna be.
Then I'm torn because I'm gonna be on that stage and Switch will be performing in Akron.
Right.
And I'm gonna miss that. So we got Switch also June 22nd, performing at Akron. Doors open at 7 p.m. Get your tickets at ticketfly.com. And, back in the day, I call your name, girl. All that good stuff, man. They gonna be out there jamming. But we get to see the private show at the Caramel House, y'all. So that's our secret.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
What time is that?
that's the night before the concert.
Friday night.
The Friday night, we get to see the private show.
Okay.
And then they go to Akron, the Akron Goodyear Theater on June 22nd. So get your tickets now. That tickets are on sale. But this fight is coming up, one of the biggest fights in this Cleveland scene for a while, man. And they got everybody coming. Adrian Bronner's gonna be here. He got a fighter fighting in it. You got Sugar Ray Leonard and his son will be here. Tommy Hearns is gonna be commentating the fight with Sugar Ray Leonard Jr.
Nice.
And Chris Evans, who's an actor. I forget what he played in and all that. But you got all the big champions coming in, man, to watch this Miguel Cotto event.
Yeah.
So Miguel Cotto was a champion in his heyday. So it's gonna be a great event downtown. And Carl Canal, who we got a chance to talk to, will be dressing the ring girls. I can't wait to see what they are. All right. So man, we gonna have some fun, man. And don't forget on Sunday, man, championship basketball.
Championship basketball from the Lou League, baby.
Yeah.
Redemption taking on Brigade. Oh, I cannot wait to see this. Josh Keys, Marquise Jackson taking on Carl Foster, Martell Teasy Medley.
Yeah.
So ABA format, ABA Blazer players. So this is gonna be the best game of the year.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be hype, man. I'm gonna be on time too.
You gonna be on time?
Yes, I am.
Well,
Depends on what you do Saturday
Coach
night.
told me the game started at 10 a.m.
That's right.
well, you're gonna definitely be on time, man. If that's the case, you're gonna definitely be on
He told me,
time.
I said, what time the game started? He said about 10.
About
He
10.
said about 9.
You might have to go to the church services next door and just kind of wait on
Right,
this.
you know what I'm saying?
Take a couple Hail Marys while you're in there,
Matter of fact,
Forgive all your Saturday night sins.
It'll be a lot of it, bro. It will be a lot of it. I'll tell you that much. Man, we got a great show today, man. We got Mark Gordon from Levert coming on. We got my cousin over there in the corner. What's happening? Chad, what's happening?
What's up?
So my man, what's up?
What's up, man?
That my cousin, man. He came up and you can see that the real fly book baggy thing that he got on over there. You see those? They
I like
developed them and they get them out here. So we're gonna talk to them about that, man. They down at Ohio State.
Let me see that. Turn around.
That's pretty cool.
That's you, right?
Yeah.
Ohio State University in the building, so we'll be talking to them about
Buckeyes.
this man. Check that out. Chad Justin is the brand. And so we talk, and they got people wearing them, man. So that's what's up, man. So we're gonna talk to them about his.
Got to get some of them for the team.
Yeah, we need some of that, yeah.
Entrepreneurs over there. That's what I'm
We
talking about.
support all day.
Yeah.
long.
Put it up on the site.
We got another lady who coming in who makes rugs for all the superstar rappers. You know the rugs, you walk in their house and you see big T.I. or
Oh, okay.
right in the foyer there or whatever.
Right.
She makes those. Like, I don't know how much they are. I'm trying to get her to make us one.
Okay.
We'll
Right.
see if we that famous yet, man. We try to.
We'll see.
That's what's up,
You're
man.
famous in your house, man.
Huh?
You're famous in your house.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
I am famous at home.
That's right.
I might drop some.
Tell her to make a big one we can put on the wall.
Huh? On the wall?
Yeah.
That way we couldn't get nobody throw up on it. Man.
Exactly, you know.
That will happen in my house.
After the 40-ounce party.
After
Right.
the 40-ounce party, don't forget that's coming up soon. Heard
Oh, the
that
40-ounce
man right
party.
there. The 40-ounce party will be coming up real soon, man. So, hey, check out. We're gonna take us a break, man, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking to my man Mark Gordon from Levert, man. We'll
Levert.
be back here. Yeah, you know, matter of fact, since we got them coming on,
Play some music,
yeah, a
man.
little bit, man. What's
DJ
your favorite
EP
song
from Cleveland.
What's your favorite song from Levert, man? Anybody got a favorite from back in the day? Huh? Any favorite song from Levert?
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Yeah.
All right, pop, pop, go. Sing
That's
it,
it.
coach. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pop, 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 goes my
Oh, my mind.
That's enough.
Yes.
Hey, keep it locked right here.
Don't hate, don't hate, don't hate, don't hate.
You are tuned in to
Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
right here on
VoiceOfRadio.com.
Hey. Right, who is it?
Hey, what's going on, listener and watchers of Unsportsmanlike Conduct? Thank you for joining us today. We're taking a small commercial from the studio, but we want to remind you all of our events coming up this weekend. So we will be at Lutheran East this Sunday for the championship of the spring session of the Lou League. It's going to be the Brigade taking on Redemption, the number 1 and number 2 seeds out of their respective conferences there. So we'll be there this Sunday. Games are going to be at 12:30 and 1:30.
1 and 2:30.
Okay, 1 and 2:30. So yeah, we'll have a little break, so we'll be able to have some pre-game interviews, post-game interviews, things of that nature. Because not only is the Lou League Championship this Sunday, but right before that, we're going to be having the Sub-City Invitational Tournament, so championship actually. So that we'll be doing this Sunday, and it's all in the efforts of our pledge campaign to lift bully awareness and all the types of bullying that are going on, that are prone to us, and especially in our communities and our lives and our children. So that's what we're doing right now. Squad Goals Inc. is in the midst of their pledge campaign. So if you would like to help and donate, you can always visit yesbullyfree.org. But more importantly, we want you to take the pledge. We want you to visit yesbullyfree.org and take the pledge to be bully free. So that's what we'd like you to do. Other things we got coming up this weekend, Coach. No, we just got that. Yeah. But next weekend we'll have the Howard Huskies. They'll be taking on, I forget the name of the team. I think it was the Black Knights or
Silverbacks.
So Silverbacks, they'll be on Saturday.
Don't forget our tryouts.
Oh yeah,
men and women's tryouts. The women's final tryout is this Friday, 6 to 8. You can register at clevelandblaze.com, and also the men's is a co-ed tryout.
Okay.
The men tryout as well.
And that's going to be at the Pastoral Leadership
Center for Pastoral Leadership in Whitcliffe.
Okay. And if you're familiar with that area, you know where the skating rink is, the bowling rink is, the McDonald's is right in front of there, and the leadership is right across the street there. So
I believe it's 38700 Euclid Avenue.
Okay.
But you go to the website, clevelandblaze.com, you can find it there.
Perfect. And the ABA season almost is upon us. The girls are going to be starting here very soon. Coach, that's going to be on August 3rd, correct, that first game?
Yeah, August 3rd, we open up against Maryland Lady Jayhawks.
Okay.
4 o'clock tip-off game. First game, exciting year, second year for the Cleveland Blaze women's WABA basketball team.
Yeah, very exciting time, especially if you're not a baseball fan such as myself. You want to see basketball and football all year round. We bring that to you. We bring you the football through our Howard Huskies, who are part of our pledge campaign to be bully free, as well as the ABA Cleveland Blazers and the Cleveland Blaze. So with that in mind, if you do have a school, you have a muni league or anything like that you're interested in not only joining our pledge campaign to be bully free, to help them not only learn how to disguise and distinguish between the different types of bullying, but how to not be a bully themselves and how to have good sportsmanship on and off the field. That includes players, faculty, parents, all the such. So if you have a organization like that you would like us to cover for your media purposes, such as recording, commercials, things of that nature, we ask that you reach out to us. You can reach out to us at the Instagram page, Cleveland Blaze, or you can reach out personally, email Cornelius Bogart. That's going to be Cornelius Bogart with a B at sbcglobal.net. So if you have an organization or a little league team or anything like that you'd like to reach out to us and be a part of our pledge campaign to be bully free and help others around you recognize the different effects of bullying and the trauma that's associated with it, we ask that you reach out to us because we are in the midst of our pledge campaign. So our schedule's going to be getting full real quick here.
It's packing up real fast.
It's going to be real quick here, but we look to provide opportunities for others that wish to join our pledge campaign. So once again, you want to follow that pledge, and the pledge is simple. You can visit yesbullyfree.org. Visit yesbullyfree.org and take that pledge.
Hey, this your boy Coach Bogart. While I'm here dialing up plays, make sure you like and share this video with all your friends.
Hey, this your boy McQueen on the scene. While you watching, please make sure to like and share this station with all your friends. So as I said, if you're liking and watching this video, please subscribe to our page. Please share it with your friends and family and like our page so that we can continue to hold these events and continue to push and support bully awareness.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more Unsportsmanlike Conduct here in the studios of VoiceItRadio.com, straight off the Squad Goals Inc. YouTube page. Thank you.
To fit your budget and help protect your family. Let us help. Talk to a Western and Southern financial translator today.
Hi, I'm Larry Roberson. You're in Western and Southern representative. Please give me a call at 330.
I got to check out these book bags.
6972. Once again, 330-734-69.
New bags. Just delivered. See the front and back. Support these young entrepreneurs from Ohio State University who's come up with this trendy bag here. Name of it is Chad Justin. So you see him spinning around there. Chad Justin is the name of it. You guys have a website that we can find those bags on?
CHVDJustin.com.
So you hear that? CHVDJustin.com. Support these young black entrepreneurs. And it's got the band on it, so that way you don't have to worry about it tearing so much. Put a laptop in there.
All right, all right.
Again, support these young black entrepreneurs. And in their mission to be bully free. Check out the new bags by Chad Justin.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Cleveland.
East Cleveland. Get it right.
East Cleveland. Pothole Cleveland.
McCall's Hotel Cleveland.
Told me the truth. I lived at McCall's Hotel for about 2 weeks. Proud of that. Thank you very much.
Spent all of $75 for that.
$75 for the whole 2 weeks.
For the whole 2 weeks?
Yes. The only place cheaper than that is the El Dorado. $10 an hour.
$10 an hour.
And you part of the movies that they playing. You part of the movies that they playing on that TV too. I want y'all to know that. Don't get caught up. That's all I'm trying to say. Check it out. Today's show brought to you by the good people at Ohio City Barbecue, 329 Lorraine Avenue, man. It's real smoked ribs, man. So get them, all right? And also Safi, if you're in the mood or in the business, you want to adopt a kid, you, huh? Nobody?
Thought about it.
Thought about it? Well, if you do, then call Safi, S-A-F-Y, if you're ready to adopt, all right?
See, I don't really keep. I like to be able to send them back, so I'll take care of them. I will, but not 24.
I want a little Chinese baby. I think that's good, man.
They just cute.
Yeah, they're cute, man. Little Chinese babies are really cute, man.
I think he's trying to attract.
I want one.
I think he's trying to attract a Chinese wife.
I'm gonna call
Asian.
Sappy.
Well, you know, it's a positive of doing it, but
It
if you
is.
got the time, you know,
But
to
you
raise
say
the
you
kid
want
again.
some, you want to sign
I
something, you
want-
can send it back.
I'll babysit all the time.
You gonna learn
I'll
Chinese?
sit at home.
You gonna learn Chinese?
I will try.
Or you want to Americanized Chinese?
I'm American. I'm gonna be proper talking to a Chinese baby. I want to lick a Chinese coming out of his mouth, man. Check it out, man. Hey, we have a good time. We going to the phone lines now, man. And of course, you all remember the group Levert.
Yes.
And now we don't have Mark Gordon. Mark Gordon must be in the bathroom or something. But we got this cohort, my man. Black Rose is on the line. Of course, when Levert 2 started up, they couldn't find anybody else but Black Rose who had a voice like that could hang. So we got him on the line. What's going on, Rose?
What's happening with you, man?
Man, long time,
Wow.
brother. Good to hear from you.
Man, good to hear from you as well.
I remember the last time we talked at the Rock Hall of Fame, I was supposed to get an audition.
And you know, speaking of that, that's since he's an artist. How about you hit a note, then I hit a note. Let's see who wins.
Let's
Uh-oh.
do
We have a
that.
three.
Double Dare on Friday.
All right, hey,
what you got.
Black Rose is an expert audio cat, so I'm sure he can, an expert vocalist, so he can determine the winner here.
Okay.
All right.
But we gotta do a Levert cut.
Yeah, we
All right.
can just sing the pop, pop, pop.
No, I got some.
Yeah.
Man,
What
see,
you
this is why we need to come.
What you got, man? Go ahead.
Exactly.
Baby, I'm ready to give you all of my love. All of my love.
You should have stopped it
Tired of playing games.
So many
So
games.
many games.
I can eat it.
Baby, I'm ready. There you go.
You gotta go deep, man. You gotta hit that harder
That's
than
all I
that.
got, man.
That's all you got.
I don't have the verse for it. But a man who does have the voice, we got my man Black Rose. Black Rose, man, tell us about how you got started out, man.
Man, I got started out as a young kid, man, as a young child in church. And, you know, most people say they started in church, you know, that's usually what happens, but, you know.
You're forced to go to church with your grandma.
I was 4 years old singing in the choir, church choir, and then I eventually started singing in my parents' group. They had a gospel group, a family group,
Okay.
and I ended up singing it in that group, and I ended up learning how to play some instruments along the way. I kept seeing the musicians kept failing them, so I said, I'm gonna learn how to play this guitar and this bass guitar, and that's what you know God gave me the gift to do it. But I never really took a lesson. I just sort of picked it up by watching.
That's crazy to me, man. When people just pick up instruments like that and play them. I tried to play the guitar.
Yeah.
I tried, but now people just autograph it. I don't even play it. I stopped, man. But I try to teach myself that. It amazes me how you all can do that. Just pick up keyboards and start playing them, and pick up a guitar and start rocking out. What all instruments you play?
Keys, like, you know, piano, organ, guitar, bass guitar, drums.
All right. Now, what city are you from?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay.
Y-Town.
Yeah, that was exciting.
White Town.
What you say?
Charlie Staples, right? Charlie
Yeah.
Staples, right?
Charlie Staples.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Oh, man.
Pig Feet Restaurant.
Oh, barbecue, pig feet.
That's a barbecue spot.
You can't get that at Ohio City barbecue.
It's just a pig feet restaurant?
No, they got chicken, they
Yeah.
got fish, they got, you know, but it's known for its barbecue.
Pig foot specialist, though.
Oh, man.
Really, I gotta get out there.
Anytime I come that way, I stop.
Well, there you go. When you coming up here, Black, you gotta bring some pig feet with you.
Bring a dinner and 2 sides. And
No,
2
not
sides.
no wasted.
Barbecue pig feet.
Now check it out, man. Back in the day, of course, where you go to high school at?
I was in high school at South High.
In
4 years.
Youngstown, South?
Youngstown, South High, yeah.
All right, that's what's
It's
up.
closed down now, but, you know.
All the South Highs
Still
closed
got
down. South Highs just don't last.
It don't last that long.
They don't last that
Yeah,
long.
South High schools don't last.
What's up with that? So check it out. So man, I know it was a trip, you know, watching, you know, your boys, the OJs, and then Levert coming up, man, and then you end up in the group later on, man. And shout out to Gerald and Eddie, paved the way before you. But
Yeah.
how did that all go down?
Oh man, it's so funny because when I was in high school, like I think it was my senior year in high school, we actually went up and auditioned for Gerald, and he loved us. He just said he had his hands full at the time, but he was he was interested in seeing what we had. So he invited us up, and he said, "You guys definitely gonna get signed." He's like, "I just got the Rude Boys, Men at Large." He had a couple girl groups. He said he had his plate full. Right. But he's like, I guarantee y'all gonna get signed. So, it was ironic now, after being, in my group and going and audition for him, and then later on, like a couple years later, ended up meeting Mark and hanging out with Mark and start doing music with Mark. One of the guys in my group. So it all came back full circle. Once Gerald passed away, I ended up, I had kept in touch with Mark, out there in California. I went over there, and he had actually wanted to sign my group back then as well. Mark did. Okay. But I don't know what happened with that, but we ended up, I ended up going to Mark's studio, and he listened to my music that I had, he loved it, and then a few years later, I saw him down here in Cleveland at the Dave Tolliver's birthday party over on 93rd, over by 93rd, man, at the little joint. I can't think of the name.
It was on 93rd. It's a little joint anyway. It was on 93rd. It's a little joint anyway.
Oh no, right there got the hot.
But yeah, I ended up seeing Mark there, and we ended up hooking up. And he said he was looking for, somebody to try and take that spot right there, and they wanted to continue doing what they were doing. So I ended up going up there, man, and Sean came in, and he approved of it, and the rest was history, man. And I appreciate those guys, man, for even thinking about me like that.
Right. Talking about legends, man. Them cats was on Soul Train.
Yeah, shout out to Mark.
Yeah, shout out to Mark, man. I trip out going back and looking at his gear.
Rest in peace, Sean and Gerald.
Rest in heaven.
Let's talk about Mark Gordon's Jerry curl.
We crack about that a lot.
Right, man. So you all got together, man, and formed Levert 2, man. And so how that come about? We formed Levert 2, and I know you had a great time being able to even sing some of those legendary cuts.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure to do that. And, we made the Levert 2 record, and Sean, me and Sean had a bond. We bonded, and we clicked. He became my big brother, man. And tragedy, after we finished the album, we thought we were finished with it, and then Sean tragically passed.
Right.
And, we took a little break, and then we went back in the studio, recorded a song dedicated to Sean as well, and a couple other joints, and then we finally put the Levert dedication album out, dedicated to both Gerald and Sean. And it was a great experience, though. I mean, because it had that real high, we was getting ready to, and then the tragedy happened, and it kind of, took the air out of it a little bit, But me and Mark decided to go ahead and keep it rolling. So we just out here trying to, keep that legacy alive and just do what we do, and
I had actually had
like I said, it was a great experience singing those songs.
I had the pleasure when you all first.
That's a tough act to follow.
Yeah, it is. When you all first came out, man, I had the pleasure of actually emceeing that show. I remember that was downtown. Yeah. So I got a chance to MC that show and watch you guys, man, and didn't skip a beat. I mean, you hitting all those notes like you own them, So it was still a great show, man. I love it. Yeah. So what we got new coming up now? What you got in works now?
Well, right now, I have a project that I'm putting out with my son and myself, Black Rose and Young Rose, and I have Young Rose on the phone with me right now, and that project is called The Roses.
Okay.
And we have a single out right now called Can't Have You, that's on all digital platforms, online, iTunes, Google, everything, Spotify, Tidal. And we have a video also on YouTube. You can go to put the roses in, Can't Have You,
Right.
and it'll come up.
Okay.
But I have Young Rose on the phone.
What's up, Young Rose?
This experience is great.
What's happening, Young Rose?
Hey, how everybody doing?
Man, that's
going
what's
on,
up,
man?
man.
Right,
So you know what? That's different from when I grew up. When I grew up, my daddy put me in a dry cleaners. He let you sing. What's up with that, no? What's up? So how you doing, man? Following your dad? How you doing following your dad's footsteps?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. How's this music industry treating you?
Man, it's great, man. It's a blessing, and it's a dope experience, man. And being able to do it with my dad is just, it makes everything even better. So, it's treating me pretty well right now.
So tell us about the new compilation. So it's the Roses that you're coming out, and tell us about the inspiration for your music.
Yeah, it's great, it's part of Roses, I'm Young Rose, my dad is Black Rose, and so we just decided, why not be the Roses, and we just made that collaboration happen. It's going real good right now, we got a couple things going, it's just, it's a great experience, so. We got some more songs coming for y'all too. We got not only this single, we got another single that we're getting ready to drop real shortly here, and then we're gonna just drop the whole album called Like Father, Like Son. And it's just ironic how this whole project came about.
Nice.
I was actually in the studio doing something. This was crazy. I was doing a song for somebody else,
Right.
and I always let my son listen to my music, because if he like it, that means it's kind of in the right spot, if him and his friends like it, and they keep it real with me. I tell them to keep it 100 with me, because I really want to know what you really think.
That's
I don't want don't jack me up, no hype me up.
Right.
Right.
It was real. So he's always done that. Like, even when I was in California, and I would fly him out every summer when he was a young boy. And I was working with Casey and JoJo and different people like that, Bone Thugs. He was able to experience that and be around that. So he always was around the music, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was my father, so it's crazy.
I like that.
And there was also, it was also because I got to meet, Mark Gordon and Sean Levert too, and actually create a bond with them. So, I've been in the studio with them, and actually, my first song I got on was with a Levert song. Yeah, it was a Levert song.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I was about, what was I, like 14, 15, and it was like, I was like, hey, Dad, I could do that right there. And he was like, we'll go in there and do it. So, I just went in there and did my thing, and then it went from there. But, I was more of, when I was growing up, I was into the sports more. So,
Right.
I played football for University of Toledo for 2 years, and then I played for Youngstown. I came back to Youngstown and played for Youngstown State for 2 years as well. So, but I always knew, I had the music side.
You always knew you had that in the bag. Backup plan.
Hey. Let's get something real clear right here before we move.
Right.
He got the sports from his dad too. I was sports first.
So hold on. Did they know you could sing while you were in college playing sports?
Not a lot of people. Like my friends knew out there.
The women knew.
I was just play around here and there.
Right.
I let them hear something, but for the most part, I wish I would have,
Yeah.
music in college, because that might have, made things
That would have upped your,
It would've jump-started things a lot
Babe
quicker.
game. That's what would have done. You should have been. What do you?
Well, he was already a jock though. He was already playing
I'd
football.
have
So
been catching footballs and singing all over campus. Yeah, I'd have been singing everywhere, catching footballs and singing. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what's up. So, when is the next performance? You guys hitting the stage anywhere soon?
I'm thinking on July 13th. It's something that's going on out here, and I'm gonna put us on the stage, man. We just gotta get the reps in. You know what I mean? So yeah. So we gonna hit them with something out here on July 13th at this Valley Festival out here. So
Okay.
that'll be the first time that we really hit the stage and ask the Roses. Yeah. And no better place to do it than at home. So.
right, and I like that fact that you said like father, like son. So tell us, with that generational gap right there, what is the music? Can't Have You, and the album you're gonna be putting out. What does that music resemble? Is that more like soul music? Is it R&B music? What is it closer to?
Well, it's gonna be a mixture. It's gonna be R&B, hip hop. Got the old, the I ain't gonna say the old school.
Right.
The 90s.
Okay. Well, that was the best time for R&B.
Yeah, that's the best era R&B. Maybe somebody would argue that, but I feel like that was like the best era R&B was the 90s. So
Yeah. No doubt. No question.
I was young in the 90s, and I got the chance to be in the studio with Joe Steve.
Right.
So it was always in me. Like I knew what the studio was. I knew how to do it. How to sing it. It was it was a blessing to me. Both Bells and Harmony and Jodeci and just people.
Just be able to be that fly on the wall.
Right. Do those cats talk that fast? They talk as fast as they rap.
No, not really. Now Busy is still high pitched.
He like Bumblebee.
Yeah.
I said Bumblebee. That's what's up, man. So this song, man, that new song you got out,
Can't Have You.
it's called "Can't Have You."
The Roses, like father, like
Let
son.
me find this because we definitely
Yeah, we gotta play that.
it. Can't
We gotta
have
get
you.
that
Even this song right here, what it is we tried to bridge the gap from his era and mine, because it's really similar. It's not too far away as people think it might be. So on my verse, I gave that 90s, 2000 flavor, and he gave you the new era flavor on his verse. So it's like a good mixture.
That's what's up, man. So hey, right now, man, we appreciate you, Joe. Tell us, how can everybody get in touch with you guys, man? How can they find your music, social media, all that stuff?
Well, go ahead, Rose. Young Rose, go ahead.
You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is the third CHE_3RRD, and then on Facebook, just my regular name, the Roosevelt Griffin, and then you can find me on Snapchat as well. My Snapchat is I am nobody. IAMNOBCI. That's pretty much where you can.
Find Young Rose.
And Big Rose.
And Black Rose, you can get me on IG.
How you go from Young Rose to Big Rose? It's supposed to be Young Rose and Old Rose.
You don't want to be Old Rose?
That's okay. We don't say the word old around here. We say seasoned. So you be seasoned Rose.
Seasoned Rose.
See, y'all play. I'm like middle school. I ain't old.
Lemon Pepper Rose.
We still playing basketball together on the court.
That's what's up.
But is the games close?
And you still can
And I can still get it.
All right, that's what's up, man. So I introduce the song as we go out. We're gonna hear this new song you got, man. Go ahead and intro it before we go out.
This is Can't Have You by the Roses, father and son duo. Let's go.
Let's get it.
like, man, this guy here, man. And I never stop. You see that, right? Like, what's up, man? So you tell me no. What's going on,
man? That's nice, man.
Season ready to start?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, everybody in camp now.
Okay. How many teams they got now?
Shoot, probably like 80-something teams.
Oh, so they didn't fall off.
Nah, we growing.
Football. Is it still growing?
Yeah.
Wow. Is there a lot of kids per team, though, or is it just like
Yeah,
scattered?
you know what? Last year on average we had 24 kids per roster last year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Which was solid. You know, especially in youth, like it's a lot of areas, man. They struggle.
Right, you think?
We, you know, we're doing pretty good.
Okay. So you said you got an hour?
Yeah.
Okay. So they gonna step. I think they're gonna go first, and then you right behind them.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
That's good, man. That's real good. This is Teddy McQueen. He does all our voice stuff.
Nice to meet you,
Jason
man.
Dam, Uni Football.
Oh, okay, nice to meet you, man. Look forward to meeting you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we got some good stuff we're gonna do and talk about. I know I'm still involved in sports.
Yeah.
It's not on the youth to high school level anymore, but we started a nonprofit,
Okay.
the I Am Bully Free Players campaign movement that's moving pretty big.
Okay.
So we're getting into schools. Men's professional, women's professional team picked it up. The Lou League,
Okay.
P League. I got meeting with Garfield and Maple Heights. So what we do everything live, broadcast. So we bring in video cameras and everything. So to push the movement, especially number one with the gun violence, police brutality, all that stuff. When we push the movement, that's kind of like our reason for the awareness campaign. So as we go and choose teams, that's why eventually we'll sit down with you and kind of choose the organizations who want to play a part in the movement. And then we got Third Federal Bank that's backing us, a whole bunch of other people, sponsors that want to support the movement.
Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe we could, try to, we can figure out how we can get these teams to be responsible in that way, to be live recorded. So they all want to see themselves play by play.
Okay.
They all want to hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They gotta act accordingly on there.
Right.
So.
So in order to get that, they have to do the right thing in schools. They have to do the right thing on the field, even with the parents. You know, if we get out there and we're doing a live video and the parents act a fool, guess what we do? We delete that video. It's gone. You don't get to see it.
Yeah,
And the reason why I say that, I hate to cut you off,
yeah.
because we have a men's pro football team. We actually does that. We cut their video, and they do not act a fool. Basketball teams the same thing. We cut that video. So they all play a part of the movement.
Okay.
And it works, man. It's working. So there's a lot of murder, a lot of even the parents act so damn fools. That's why I got out of coaching at the high school level. It's just too much. They think everybody going pro. And I got kids that play at the highest level, but you can't raise that kid to think that way. I'm kind of getting with the NFL, right? But guess what he talks about? Oh, what I'm gonna do career-wise, Dad, and I'm gonna work with the nonprofit, and I'm gonna do this. He ain't about football, but he understands if you get that football money, what to do with that football money. So he was great to say something.
Yeah, no, I say we got we actually got an event coming up August 18th.
Okay.
At Camp 4. I put it on my social media.
Okay.
On Camp 4, we turned 100 years old this year.
Okay.
In football.
What are you guys doing out there?
Yeah, we bring the whole city out. We're trying to bring the whole city out there. We're trying to bring, we can get in contact with past players, current NFL players.
Okay.
We're just trying to bring everybody out together. All the kids, all the coaches, all the parents. And,
You know Harold, right? You met Harold?
Yeah, so we trying to accomplish this process. Okay. We're doing school supplies for kids. Okay. We're doing a pool party, like Ellery DJing. Okay. So just a big barbecue, just a big picnic.
Then ask your phone and we can
You got somebody recording that or you going? Nobody yet?
Nobody yet.
Okay, so we'll probably do something with the campaign. We got the 13th.
No, that's the 18th, August 18th. That's our opening weekend.
What day is that on?
That's a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we, because the women's basketball team starts.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, thanks. I'm Kai.
What's going on? Teddy McQueen, nice to meet you.
I
What's
got
your
my
name?
calendar in the
Connie or Kai?
Kai.
Like Kai.
Like hi, but with a
Okay,
K.
Kai. Okay, nice to meet you. I gotta get it right. I gotta get it right the first time.
Hello, and you're?
I'm Cornelius Bogart.
Hello, Kai.
Kai,
Nice
good
to
to
meet
meet
you.
Jason, football.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hey, EP. Everything is amazing.
That's not the Maryland weekend.
Who are
I
these
got
awesome
back to
people in the
back
room?
in Maryland. That almost sounds like it too.
Who are you? Oh, nice. She's so pretty. That brother. Gotta be. I'm like, y'all just are like, oh, who is this prince? That's the most important person in the room. What's your name, sir?
That is.
Hi, Teddy. I'm Miss Kai.
Because we
Nice to meet
play
you.
We're home on the 3rd.
He like, this is more interesting than you,
We're
lady.
home on the 3rd.
Chris Collinsworth here. Your family's financial future doesn't have to be confusing. At Western and Southern, we translate all that financial jargon and give you practical
I'm checking with
solutions
Lee.
to fit your budget and help protect your family. Let us help. Talk to a Western and Southern financial translator today.
Those are pretty cool.
I'm there.
So they're for men?
Your Western and Southern representative.
Whoever wants them. Yeah.
734-6972. Once again,
Where's my chair, Justin? Where's my chair? Kind of want to rock that? I know, that's
He's
right.
the
You better
director
get
of
that
youth
sale.
football now.
He's like, you know, freebies. How much are they?
Oh, I
What
forgot, he
colors
didn't
do
play
they come in?
football. He don't know about music.
What?
You
I
don't
didn't
know
play
about
football,
music.
bro.
You don't know about
Oh,
football.
see, I thought it was
Pee-wee
her.
football
That's the name,
king.
girl.
Pee-wee football king.
Correct.
That's a nice.
So you still running your own team?
Nah.
You got rid of Stallion. Nobody's running them now?
They're still going. George Freeman, Coach Rocco.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He was on
He's
defense.
taking them over now?
Yeah.
That's good.
Running their
Still
program
growing.
around.
Running into
They're the
them.
same. Yeah. Trying to work with them now.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough running a program.
Yeah.
I try to find something.
It's tough.
I said now, man, ain't about the kids, man. Trying to get these adults, these coaches, man. Coaches and the parents on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's the key.
That's man.
I told you, the parents.
We pour everything right now to the coaches. You know, I don't care about the football camps and all that kind of stuff. All our research, the kids will be there.
Right.
We just trying to put as much as we can into these coaches.
How are they? What do they need? More mentoring? They need, what is it?
Mentoring. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, and it's more so communication. You know, and being organized and, you know, the business side of things. Some of the guys great with it.
Somebody.
Right.
That's gonna become my man. We gonna talk some football next. I'm ready to stab somebody.
Oh, he's trying to relive his football career, huh?
Man, take it back there to my I'm actually 2-16 as a starter. Thank you very much. 2-16. That's it. That's all. We won 2 games.
You played though. You played all 18. You showed up.
You showed up. That first season we didn't score a touchdown.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
These
Yeah.
Cleveland Junior Browns, man. I don't even think they exist anymore.
But you know what? A lot of those
The
teams was
namesake.
called the Browns.
It was a moniker.
Yeah.
But you know what? What's good about us that Paul Warfield was our sponsor, so our uniforms looked exactly like the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, but you was 2-6.
We
Exactly
practiced
like the
all
Cleveland
season.
Browns. Huh?
Because everybody went to the Chiefs.
That nice.
I wanted to be the East Cleveland Pal, we was called East Cleveland Dream Browns, and Pal 1. I wanted to be the savior. So I'm like, I'm quarterback this team to victory, and because everybody's playing for the East Cleveland Chiefs. But we had another East Cleveland team, East Cleveland Junior Browns. Our uniforms look way better. We was hyped, but we couldn't move the damn ball.
So I put Muni talent inside an NFL uniform.
Pretty much, man. But I got a chance to meet Paul Warfield. I
Gift
got
wrap.
MVP, you know, for 2 seasons in a row. I was cold.
How did you get MVP if you only
Because I was the
won?
best on the damn team.
Oh, so
I
I got
scored
an
the only-
MVP.
I
You get
scored
an
the only
MVP for the
2
team.
touchdowns next year.
Next year?
Yeah,
But you got
next
MVP
year.
the year before.
No, I got MVP the year before. We ain't scored no touchdowns, but we still was playing.
I want to know how you
I
scored
was
the
on the
touchdown.
field.
How do you get an
How did
MVP
you-
in 2 and 6?
I wanna know how you got the
I
touchdown.
was the best player on the team that sucked, man. And you know what
The
I mean?
team might have sucked,
Anybody
but he
can be
was
the best
good.
player.
No,
team
you
in 2 and
can't.
6.
But you will find somebody that's better than everybody else. on
So
the
did you
team.
like run it in
That
from
would
the
be me.
2-yard line?
I did not. Actually, I remember that first touchdown.
Okay.
I ran 2 plays, reverses to Deion Gray. Shout out to
So you was
Deion
quarterback?
Gray. I was quarterback, yeah.
Oh.
2 reverses back to back.
Okay.
And then I got back in the huddle and said, you know what? This time I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to keep it. Man, fooled the whole stadium.
Probably your offensive line too, right?
Fooled everybody. I faked that handoff, man. This, you know, I'm the only one running down the field by myself. My friend next to me like, go, go,
Right.
go. And I'm thinking I'm a trip and fall. I'm
Right.
like, I'm like, oh my
Like,
God.
we're the Browns.
The
Something's bound to
zone
happen.
looked far away. It was a 72-yard touchdown.
Nice.
After that. So scored a touchdown. That was our first touchdown ever. We were bananas. And we won that game 6-0. We didn't even get the extra point.
So I couldn't even score again.
When I tell you we were the happiest kids in the history of football, winning that first game, man, it was awesome. It was awesome.
This is the question. Who did you beat?
Who were we playing that day? Who were we playing that day? I want to say it was the Pound 6 Raiders, I believe, back in the day. They were red and white. I know they were red and white. I think it was Pound 6 Raiders or something like that. Man. We won that game. Then we won again the next week. We went on a winning streak.
Who'd you beat the next week?
I don't even know.
When you only won 2 games, it doesn't matter if you scored. You got to remember who you won
Who
against.
did we beat?
You got to remember that game.
That's what I was trying
Was
to
it
know.
6-0 again?
We won 6-0 that first game, and we won 6-0 the second game.
Wow.
We was beasts, man. So,
Beast.
Yeah, we beasted, man. And we got my girl Nakai on. What's up, Nakai? How you
What's
feeling?
going on, Kai?
I'm great. How are you?
Alright. You can check her out something everywhere, man. She's all over the place, man, doing her thing. Cleveland now, and a whole bunch of other stuff. How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
That's
It's,
what's up.
it's always good
Look
to.
Better than amazing.
I'm
Look
sorry?
amazing.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. I've been writing workshops all day. Actually, I am. Had one meeting and just been chilling. So
All right.
I thank you
So
for
it's a
that.
pleasure to have your voice on here amongst our many, many men. I tell you, man.
Let's balance it out.
Balance this
Exactly.
thing out.
I could do that.
All
No
right, so right now
problem.
we gonna have my man Coach Bogard introduce our guest right now, and then we going into my man Chad Justin, one of the probably the hottest designer out here right now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk to him
See his
in a minute,
bag.
man. With his Chad bag.
Love it, love it, love it, love
Chad
it.
Justin
The
bag.
Chad Justin bag. You know, so check it out, man.
Yeah, we got Coach Jason Dunn, director, head of Muni football now. I'm sorry, the Muni football director before you.
Joe Record.
Joe Record, right,
Joe
right. I
Record.
couldn't remember his name for anything. So he took over for Joe Record, which he was there for what, 40 years?
Joe was there for 20 plus
20,
years.
yeah, he was there a long time,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So they brought in some youth, let's say that.
All right, that's what's up.
So he's gonna be there 40 years.
Thanks.
So what's that like? How many teams you all working with?
We run it this year. We're in a growth spurt right now. So this year we're working with, I want to say about 26 organizations.
Nice.
We're looking at having 80 plus teams this year.
80
Wow.
plus.
Yeah,
teams,
80
man.
plus.
What's the reason for this spurt, you think?
You know, we had a few leagues around, like Pop Warner dissolved in the area, so it's no longer Pop Warner Northeast Ohio. So a lot of those teams came back over to Muni, and all those was Muni guys to start with anyway.
Wow.
You know, Pop
Nice.
Warner came back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and some of those guys just wanted something different. You know, the travel element with it. So a lot of those guys are back home now.
Right.
You know,
So are they Muni football now? Do they travel a lot or just play locally?
Muni football, we travel, we play locally, but we're part of American Youth Football,
Okay.
for short AYF. And starting last year, we entered regional tournaments and the national tournaments.
Okay, so they had to get out of here. Now.
Yeah, so now they're able to get out of here. You go through your local season, then you do a local playoff, you do a state championship game, a regional, then you got nationals.
It's so cool right now, man. Back in the day, I mean, the kids get to play under the lights now, man. Nothing like a night game and all that, man. And they like many professionals, man. A lot of them take this stuff real serious, you know? Yeah, so these kids getting the full gamut of working their way up, and the programs try to mimic the high school and mimic the colleges prepare them to get there, right?
You know, and a lot of guys are doing a good job with that. And, you know, and like I said, football is just the hook. You know, we do so much more than football, and I want to say 90% of our programs now are year-round programs. So it's, you know, it's football during the fall time. Winter time, you got basketball, you got flag football, you got wrestling.
Right.
You know, we even introduced lacrosse now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Right.
you know, part of our growth process.
Now, what does that take, man? You said 80 organizations. So what all do you? What's your job when the community season starts?
And you know what? My season never ends.
You're working on this all year round.
It's year round now.
Basically.
You know, so I'm in charge of everything. You know, daily operations. Joe Record, you know, I said, well, I was conceded. Joe was our director for 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of sitting in a president role now. You know, where he's out there trying to, you know, support me. He's doing fundraising. He's dealing with council because a lot of politics involved in community football.
Yeah.
We're one of the only programs in the country that's funded and supported by the city.
Okay.
So, you know, the city is our biggest donor.
So there's a paycheck for you then.
Yeah.
As you said, man, you got a job to do. You
Right.
get paid for it.
Right.
You know,
You protected our kids.
you know,
There's a paycheck coming.
seeing those smiles, that's the biggest payoff for me right
Absolutely,
there.
absolutely. That's what I was gonna say, because, you know, I'm very familiar with the community and with the city of Cleveland, and you know, a lot of the good things that they do. And oftentimes, in our city, and I'm just getting back, I've only been back home 3 months, but oftentimes people focus on what's not right and what doesn't go well, and Muni has gone well for a long time. At least it's been there for something for the kids to do for the summer, so I applaud you.
Thank you,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
When does the season start?
Season's currently underway.
Currently
You know, yeah,
underway?
we started camp June 1st.
Okay.
You know, we actually started practice a lot sooner than in the past. Kids get out of school at the end of May now.
Yep.
And for years, for years, you had teams trying to sneak out there, do mini camps or do practices. And you know what, the way I look at it, if you got volunteers that's willing to go out there and spend their time with children on the field, let them do it.
It's,
You know, don't
it's
restrict
not
them.
a rule, like how many times you practice, any regulations to that?
You know, we regulate it, but we just let them start a lot earlier.
Okay, now what about the changes in safety these days? What's going on, like with helmets, and a lot of parents are trying to, like I said, that's what you see, it's been a growth spurt this year. You got more teams. There was a time when a lot of parents were trying to take the kids out of football.
You know what? If you follow our social media, you know, you can go on any social media outlet, and it's Cleveland Muni. You know, just type in Cleveland Muni, you'll find us. I posted on Instagram last night. We started our helmet registration and certification process. We go out there as a league and physically inspect every helmet in our league. Now, this year we're looking at having about 2,000 kids to play football. We will individually inspect all 2,000 helmets. All 2,000 helmets will have a sticker on the inside of it bearing my name and the 100th anniversary of Muni football, which is this year.
Wow.
So we check all those helmets. All our coaches are USA football certified. We got first aid training, AED training, concussion training. Like I said, today, you know, the game is as safe as it's ever been today because all the coaches right now are getting a lot more training than the coaches when we played ball.
Right.
I'm convinced, man, all 10 of my kids playing this year, man.
And you know, I think
You got a
too.
whole team.
Whole team. Yeah, I wanna be-
Right.
I wanna be
So
the
that's
81st
27
Yes,
organizations, right?
the 81st
Hey, we
team.
can add another one on.
Team Porter, what's happening?
You know, it could be because that movie Concussion too. I think that had a lot to do, believe it or not, you know, with that. A lot more safety, because I know a lot of people that play professionally as well as my nephew. And I saw some things when he stopped playing, he just changed. I think football and sports was so good for him, for the esteem of a child, especially for boys, giving them discipline, absolutely giving them discipline and so many things. In fact, I'm gonna write a curriculum on it actually. But I think that helped, because I know my brother, you know, he was very concerned about my nephew getting injured, you know, and I don't know, I think that movie might have brought that one, but he was concerned about him getting injured, and I saw my nephew's behavior change, not necessarily badly, he just didn't seem to have as much, you know what I mean, I don't know what the word would be, he just didn't seem as happy as when he was playing sports and playing football.
You know, I have a confession to make. I've still never seen the movie Concussion.
Neither have I.
I still never watched
I
it.
haven't seen either.
And you know what? Can I you know, elaborate again on player safety? You know, something else that we did this year. We started the Muni Elite Safety Program. You know, with the Muni Elite Safety Program, we teamed with Neon Health Services, and now we're moving away from just typical sports physicals. All of our kids now are required to get a comprehensive physical exam and be baseline tested. All of our kids being baseline, where they get that initial assessment. So in the event of an injury or head trauma, we already got pre-data on the kid. The kid goes back to the hospital after an injury, and you got comparable results that you can do. So.
And that baseline is hard to pass once you get caught that concussion.
And you know what's cool, Coach? I'm glad you're bringing that out for the listeners too. Is the fact that when we start talking about that baseline understanding, that you, from having that in place, you're able to see who's predisposition, what they're predisposed to, and that's important because
all that good stuff.
absolutely, you want kids to play, you want them to get that, but at the same time, safety is everything. It's all about a life. Sports should be fun. It shouldn't be, dangerous.
The only difference now in the concussion piece of it at the youth age, unless they have that crazy contact we grew up with.
Right.
But it's really a greater opportunity to get at the advanced level because of the speed and the size of it. I'll be honest with you, probably most of us who played had some experience with this, so.
With concussions?
Oh, yeah. So, but, that's just the time, so now it's just completely different. So that baseline, I think it's a positive, but then how do you address the issues with the kids who's there because their parents are there, and then they find out they can say they got a concussion and they really don't? How do you guys address that issue with the kids and parents?
That's funny right there. I got two sons. I have a 19-year-old and I have a 13-year-old. Now my 19-year-old just finished up high school. He played football. He's been playing football since 7 years old. So quite naturally, I'm a football guy. I want my youngest to play football. So I got him out there. He wasn't really interested, so I basically forced him to play his first year, or at least attempt it. Right. So this was right around the time that all the concussion stuff was coming out. The movie came out. He seen the previews on TV. So I guess he figured out, what, if I can say I got a concussion, I ain't got to play. He made it all through training camp, conditioning, everything. We got to the point where it's time to issue out equipment. As the owner of the program, I still pay fees for him. Right. So, of course, I got his fee in right away. He's getting his helmet. He's got sides, he's got a helmet. I never coached him or anything, but I'm always looking over there across the field, and my son, who's got a helmet, is practicing without a helmet for 3 days. And I'm trying to figure out, so I finally went over to coach, why my kid ain't getting no playing time. He ain't involved. He ain't got no helmet. And he said, Jason, come and pull you aside. He said, your son gave his helmet away to another kid. So he said, well, Dad, I felt sorry for him. He was trying really hard, and he didn't have a helmet, so I let him borrow mine. So I said, all right, that's fine. Well, I made sure that kid had a helmet the next day.
Yeah, we're gonna get you another.
So they're doing contact drills now. They fully geared. They got doing contact drills. Well, my son wasn't involved in the drills again. I go down there and he's sitting inside of a tire, asleep.
That's all like that.
Coach pointed it out to me, so I got on him. I said, you can't do that.
Right.
All right. And this is, it's a couple of days later. I go back down there, and my son comes over to me. He's not practicing. And Coach said, hey, tell your dad what you told me. He said, Dad, I went through these bag drills, and I got hit so hard that it gave me a concussion. He said, so I won't be able to practice no more, so I go get seen by a doctor. That was it for him.
I didn't even get that far with my kids. I tried to put my kids in football, man. I was crying all. There's no crying in football. No, they on the court, they in lines like, I'm like, for real, man. It was flag football. I want to start them out. They want no parts of it, man. They so much in the video games, but I have a son that's a professional video player. He's sponsored by Red Bull.
Okay.
No,
He travels the country playing video games.
Oh,
So I said, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Girl,
don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud, Evie. You get no idea.
I'm gonna hear that question later on. So, Dad, all that you was talking about video games?
Exactly.
My son is ranked like number 4 in the world in Street Fighter.
And that's picking up steam right now.
Big time, man. He all over the place, all over the country, like at tournaments and everything. So shout out to them too. But man, I'm a sports guy too. I love sports, man, and I look forward to what's going to happen this year with Community Football League, man. And congratulations.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Your new position. Also, let's talk about the cheerleaders, man. Is that more of a no, seriously?
Let's talk about the cheerleaders. How do we go from that to let's talk about the cheerleaders? Really?
Because the football moms and little girls are part of this thing, and so is that just the moms handling that, or do we get funding for the cheerleaders, or have they started? Has the city put something in place for the girls to fund the cheerleaders?
You know what? Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Our cheerleading program is still unfunded. We fund our cheerleading program, through the football aspect of things. And the cheerleading program, Our annual cheerleading competition is the biggest event we put on every year.
Right.
The biggest.
Yeah, it's nuts in there.
Yeah, it's
So
nuts, man.
that's what I'm here for today, to cheerleading. Okay, no worries, I can do that. Need a cheerleading coach? I can be a cheer coach. Get them right together. Yes, I will.
Yeah,
So you also, that's strictly volunteer stuff, man.
yeah, that's strictly volunteer. Yeah.
So they add to the game, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to the girls. I think they should put something in place for the females, for the girls too.
I agree. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I'll look out for it.
Okay.
Being a former cheerleader myself,
Okay.
John Hornet,
Who you looking at, what are your top teams right now, your top organizations? you
Our
got?
top organizations, surprisingly, we got the Maple Heights Saints.
Okay.
There was Northeast Ohio Saints. They just moved out to Maple Heights. Shout out to Shaq Washington. He was the head coach last year. He brought those guys back out there so he can have a true feeder system to support what he's doing on the high school level. We got the Sims Raiders. Yeah, let's talk about Sims Raiders. Sims Raiders is right now the reigning Division II 11U national champs.
Wow.
Yeah, they went down to compete in the American Youth Football Nationals in December and won it all. First time in our league's history. We got the Glenville Elite Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Glenville went down there. They won the national title in the 12U division. They represented a very strong program. George Monroe All-Stars.
Yeah.
Used to be Mike St. Clair.
Right.
Yeah, that's another one of our strong programs. Garden Valley Falcons. Garden Valley does a lot of great things, in the community they're in. CMHA Renegades.
That's good.
That's what's up, man. And, I used to be afraid of every time they said we had to play the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs are
Man,
back
they
this
used to
year.
scare the hell out
Are
of
they?
me. They
Oh,
back.
wow. Who brought them back?
You had a host of guys, Rob Taylor, former Bulldog, Carlton Swopes.
Yeah.
Let me see, Pac-Man, which is Mr. Sumter's grandson.
Oh, yeah, Pac-Man,
And I think Pierre Napier. Yes,
Okay.
he's the host of those guys.
That's good. That's good.
That's what's up.
That's what's good, man. I mean, especially as you were speaking about earlier, the measurements they've taken to protect our children. Because I was a hooper. I was a basketball player all my life. So
Me too.
before it's him, I'm like, I'm putting a basketball in his hand
happened
at
to the
3 years old.
sport athletes, man?
I mean, I played football 1 year, but it was like,
baseball.
but you know, at Glenville, Coach Jay, he wouldn't let you play both. You couldn't play both. You had to play. You could wrestle and
So
play.
you need to say that louder. He's a terrible guy.
No, rest in peace, Coach
He's a
Jay.
terrible guy.
That's what's changed when you talk about people. Because when I was in high school, growing up in junior high, I tried to play everything.
Oh, we
But
played
now
everything.
the kids are so specialized now. They're specialized.
But they're not getting any better.
I think they are. I mean, as far as basketball is concerned, these kids, especially starting basketball, they have trainers from 6 years old all the way up to high school. And they recruiting these kids in junior high now.
Well, I know some stories to tell you. I just tell people a lot of times, let their kid play football. They get full rides and scholarships for football. You know,
Right.
they still get that free money. Basketball, they probably still, a smaller chance to get a
Smaller,
scholarship.
yeah.
So they need to get exposure to all of baseball is the money, man.
Yeah.
They're still missing it.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, you don't have baseball in Cleveland public schools.
Right, now really.
Yeah.
I mean, Collinwood maybe. I know. Other than
West
that,
got it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You know
of
what?
course, on the west side, right,
Smoking
right over there.
You
Like.
had high schools this year that didn't have a baseball program.
Right. That's
They
what,
had no coach.
Yeah.
They had no kids.
yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we're just not interested in stuff.
They ain't got no field.
Not even that, man. Black folks want it now. We ain't got time to stand around for somebody to hit the ball 5 hours later, man. I want to touch the ball.
A little boring, huh?
Nah, that's a little boring
Yeah.
for me.
It's
I
a lot
can tell
boring.
you, yeah, it's boring.
That was my first love.
I used to love it.
Right. I did.
True
I loved
speaker
it.
baseball. I'm
I
a home
played
run
true
hitter.
speaker, man.
Shortstop and second base.
I played shortstop, pitcher, and second
Yeah.
base. I hit 2 home runs in one game, twice.
That's it?
Thank you very much.
2?
In one game.
Man, I was slugging that ball. 6,
6 in the game.
4 and 6. Yeah.
6 home runs in one
Yeah, I was
game.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
100
maybe.
feet.
Okay.
Well, I used to be a ball girl for the Cleveland Indians, if that counts for anything.
Right.
How do you feel to go out there and give folks balls?
Connections, that's all.
Now tell us, man, how can they get in touch with the community football organization? Give out all that info.
Okay, you can get in touch with us. You can go to our website, which is www.cmfleague.org. Any social media outlet, Cleveland Muni. You can also call me direct at 216-322-6689, or you can email us at info@cmfleague.org. Once again, that's www.cmfleague.org. You'll find all the information you need on the league.
That's what's up, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you, man. Keep working for our youth, for one, man.
Yes.
That's what we need out here, man. I'm just glad that you exist, for real.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on.
All right, man. Check it out, man. It's time to go down on this old town road.
Old Town Road.
Yeah, man. And check it out. Don't forget, man. Shout out to community football. Shout out their website.
www.cmfleague.org.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Cleveland Muni on Instagram, right?
Yep, they me.
Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
All right. in? Ted, bring us in. Ted. Bring us in, Teddy. 5,
Yo.
4, 3, 2.
Hey, you're back with Unsportsmanlike Conduct with your boy McQueen on the scene, Coach Bo, and EP from Cleveland.
That's a great background music.
You like that, huh? You like that. We have Kai in the house. We have Chad Justin with his bag in the house. Chad Bags. Chad, what's going on, my man?
What's up? How you doing?
Good, good. I'm glad we're happy to have young black entrepreneurs on all the time. We want to support you. So I know you said you attend Ohio State University right now.
Yeah.
What is your major there?
I study economics at Ohio State.
Nice. So tell us how about you and your partners or whoever came up with the Chad bag.
So, in all honesty, it was kind of it just kind of grew while I was at campus my sophomore year. So I came into school, decided that.
What school was that again?
Ohio State
Oh,
University.
D. You gotta say D before you say that.
The
Ohio State.
Get that right now.
The Ohio State. So I was on campus and decided I wanted to start a company. That's what I wanted to do. So, I took the first months trying to figure out my idea. So I drew it up, designed it, sourced the materials, and basically built it from prototype 1 all the way up to what you see now, 10. So I hand make these, hand design them.
Nice.
I designed the logo, everything.
Now, was that a class you were taking? Or
No, I
something you
just
wanted to do?
this is something I wanted to do.
Were you dropping books and phones or something over the class?
I just felt that this is where fashion's going. This is where style's going.
Yeah, functional.
You're always going to need to be able to carry something,
That's
always.
right.
So we can just change the way we do it.
And that's what I love about it, because it has that functionality and it is fashionable at the same time.
Yes.
And it doesn't look too, a lot of times they're feminizing the clothes men the way that, but that doesn't give me that. I like that. It looks functional. It's almost like a, what do you call it? What kind of vest is it?
Bulletproof vest.
Yes, right.
I was going to say that because I've seen it.
So you already know now.
You got
gotta
me,
come out
right?
with the camo.
Yeah,
You gotta come out with the camo now.
It's almost like that, but
Right.
it's really
Yeah.
super cool, and it's a dope design.
So tell me this, how many of those you think you've sold so far?
So I hand sewn 30. So we sold about 25, 28. We're about to
Nice.
launch the site. The pre-sales are up.
Okay.
And you said they're like 75 a bag, right?
75
Nice.
ChadJustin.com. CHVD Justin.
Now you thought
You
about
need a
going
Shark
to
Tank.
Shark Tank?
I can see great minds, Earl. Great minds.
Where
So
are
you're
you going to
like,
Shark Tank? That's my question.
question exactly.
Well, I sought an investment and we did get that, so we are funded right now. But in the future, as things grow, definitely.
So are you looking for someone to manufacture them for you? Is that what you're
I
trying to do?
just locked down a manufacturer
You
a
did?
couple days ago.
Now, is that in here or overseas?
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Made in
That's
America
nice.
right now.
Made in America.
Made in America.
Right now.
Awesome.
Right now, only for now, right?
Now, so when you first, who put the first one on? Was that you? You started walking around campus with it, or?
Yeah, after we're actually patent pending, and I drew up all the specs for that. So after we got that filed, then I started wearing it on campus the last couple of weeks.
My damn cousins are geniuses. Man. That's all I gotta say.
Play with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go jump out there and say that. That's my cousin.
Yeah.
Claiming you now. I ain't claimed you all the rest of the years, but that's my cousin.
Let's see,
Y'all
took
wanna
him
know. My cousin over there sitting down. It's my cousin too. All right. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you. And
That's big.
and how hard was it? Were you sitting with a sewing machine or
So,
hand stitch? What you do?
Yeah, the first prototype one I hand stitched that. It took a couple days, and then I got a sewing machine. Learned how to sew from Uncle Walter at the cleaners.
Okay.
Cleaners.
That's what's up.
So then learned how to embroider. Just kind of figured everything out. It took a couple months. I went to class, came home, sewed.
That's big.
So you so what about like how many? Somebody's regular book bag got taken apart, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did you just take some other book bags, just rip them apart and came up with that, or you
So,
piece by piece?
I just did research on like what a backpack was made out of, and then I kind of just drew up the specs and
Right.
drew up the whole manufacturing process, just piece by piece, piece by piece.
That's what's up, man.
You don't know? Yeah, that's just a transition together. That's cool, yeah.
Put it in, just put it out, just a tiny bit. Put it in and put it out, just a tiny bit.
Flag, throwing a
Flag
flag
on
right
the
now,
There
throwing
you
a
go.
flag. Flag on the plate, brother.
There we
So
go.
going
No, I
to
still
No,
have
I don't
it.
hear, I
That's
still
too
don't
much.
hear it.
You're fine, we can hear you.
Oh, really?
Ohio State University.
Is that okay?
We can hear you. So, I mean, I went to Kent State, probably half the size of Ohio State. Man, that's a whole other state. Right? Ohio
Yeah, it's a
State.
big
That's
campus.
a big freaking school. How was that dropping in there your freshman year? Like, wow, what am I doing here?
Freshman year was crazy. You know, in all honesty, I didn't know much about even business or entrepreneurship till I went to college.
Right.
You're just not aware of it. It was hard to transition, you know, staying focused.
Right.
Why am I here? Because
Yeah.
I started as an engineer and realized that's not for me.
Yeah,
I bounced
hard.
a couple majors and just
Right.
to the point when I realized, you know, this is what I want to do, so I just stuck to it.
So what is your major?
Economics.
You know what you did though? That was amazing. Is that you did what life is supposed to do. You trusted something inside of you, and you went against the grain or what is considered the norm, and you made a decision from an internal place. And that's how what people call blessings are. It's really just a conscious and an aware. You come conscious of something in your mind to do, an idea, and then you act on it. And by you doing that, in spite of, you know, being in economics or whatever, or like you said, you weren't, like a lot of kids, like when I train kids or do workshops, a lot of times our students are not, they're like first generation college students. They go 1 year and then they're done, because there's no history, there's no, you know,
So you
for
didn't
the
mind in
family.
entrepreneurship at all?
No.
Okay.
'Cause
That's amazing.
I mean, I kind of realized, you know,
Amazing.
just studying, you don't necessarily need to do it. It's just certain steps you got to follow.
Right.
A lot of these guys weren't necessarily, you know, studied entrepreneurship from the beginning. It's just you got to kind of pick up those skills.
And that's what I'm speaking to. He just picked it up inside of himself and just went for it.
And in all honesty, I didn't even get into the business school at Ohio State. They want, you know, they're all focused on the grades, but
Right.
you know, but
He's like, I ain't got the grades.
and don't get me wrong, I make
Economics.
sure to pass every class. You know, I
Right.
go to every class, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
Your focus is
That's
on
awesome.
what you do. Now,
So tell me this then, and this is a serious question. If you did get an offer for about $10 million for those bags, you gonna still finish school?
Yes, because you know, I wouldn't sell it for $10 million because it's worth way more. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
You gotta really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll finish
The
the school
future,
and
he's
then try to
looking
get more money. out of it.
Generational wealth.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
There you
I
go.
plan on finishing
Honest
school.
question, yeah.
I'm gonna pay for it myself. You know, that's
That's
just the
right.
plan now. So.
that's a short thing.
I like
That's
this
right.
dude.
That's
I like
What
this
do you
dude.
value-
I'm
what do you
preparing him for
value
Shark
What
Tank.
do you
There
value
you
your
go.
company at right now? That's a
Exactly.
Shark Tank question. What do you mean $10 million? You trying to tell me your company's worth $10 million?
And you don't want my $10 million?
Why?
No, why?
Why is it worth more than $10 million?
Because this is just the beginning. You guys are dazzled in talking about
Yes,
just
I'm
this.
dazzled.
This wasn't even the first product.
Oh, okay. So you
So
got a
more
whole
coming.
product line
Okay.
there.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Now, is it going to be like a thing where you can buy add-on snap-ons or a phone pouch?
He
or-
can't tell
you
you.
can't tell me all that.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, all
That
right.
goes into intellectual property,
Right,
design,
right,
and
right.
copyright,
But
and all that.
There's definitely future plans. This is definitely the
Okay.
beginning.
Now who you working with anybody else? You got a team put together? or-
Yeah. I have a couple people that are, you know, helping this journey. My girlfriend Anaya.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend
So
Anaya.
she's
Hi, girlfriend
she's
Anaya.
editing videos. She was
Have a strong woman.
No, yeah. She's really big into the fashion. So as I was developing it, you know, pushing ideas off her, plus, you know, my parents were very supportive. You know, to do something like this, you need support. You know,
That's right. That's right.
So you know, to whom much is given, much is
Exactly.
much is
Awesome.
required.
I see she turned her, she got her fanny pack style. So she can, look, stand up.
Right.
Yeah, she got hers as a fanny pack.
Right, you got like a little
Yeah,
jetpack.
little
Yeah,
jetpack.
'cause you can
Okay.
take the front off.
Now explain the functions of the bag.
So as I was actually working with the this attorney that I talked to and was agreed to represent me, you know, we were discussing how to make it better. So at first all this was connected. So then after one of our meetings, I'm like, we can change this. So I just ran back to my dorm and, you know, just added a few things and allowed it to be, you can take it off. So dual function. You know, it's all about accessibility.
Functionality, absolutely.
So I got a quick idea for you.
What's up?
You know, people like to travel and go swimming and things like that. It's gonna be waterproof next coming up.
Well, I mean, it is waterproof
So you can
now.
jump in the pool, go in the ocean, go swimming.
I wouldn't say jump in the pool, but if you get caught in the rain, you'll be fine.
Your stuff inside won't get wet.
Okay.
It's protected.
Well, I'm a traveling guy. I love to travel, and it's hard to keep your, your cell phone
I'm really
and stuff like
impressed.
that. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like right now, man, you look cool. I know I look damn cool over
Yeah,
here.
the black one I love.
Models, man, I'm ready.
All right,
Yeah.
so how about this? Is it a lock? So if you go out of town and stop a pickpocketer from opening the back of it?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Just throw some ideas out there. That's some good stuff.
He's gonna start asking for some percentage in a minute.
No, I wouldn't do
He's
that.
getting a lot of good
Just
ideas
remember
out.
me when you get up there. Remember that guy from asking me all those questions.
Right.
That's a good job, man. Really good.
And then you got basic colors now. You gonna get into more like wild colors or any artistic kind of?
Yeah, colors are gonna come along with the process.
Right.
I'm still just debating which the first color we're gonna introduce, other than black and white. We'll see.
This is the final design. This is the design that's gonna go out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now, I will up it. A few surprises along the way in a couple months. A few surprises.
Now, have you ever been able to give a bag to any like professional sports figure, or anybody famous yet? Or whatever? I know you said some of the guys on the football team.
Yeah. It's gonna come to that, but
I'm famous.
That's just another marketing. That's another marketing piece.
I think
that's a good idea.
right now I'm doing one step at a time. We'll get to that when
you
I
cross
feel
that
we're
bridge.
there.
Yeah.
I feel we're there.
So, where do you see the future of this type of business going in terms of what other young people can do? Because you really have modeled something amazing to me, and not so much as just the college piece, but it was the fact that in the meantime or in between time, you made a decision about, okay, this isn't going well, or college is not something that is familiar to me, and then so I made another decision. How do you see that playing into what you can share with other young people in the future?
First off top, I'm going to say that college is necessary. As a black man, I'm focusing on being a role model and just finishing out. Whether I make $1 million and next year or not, I'm going to finish it out just because you got to be a role model. Not many people get that opportunity.
No.
Really.
No.
And I didn't learn about this. I'm tapping into a huge market just being at school.
Right.
I'm saying a name
Absolutely.
everybody recognizes just being there. So there's sometimes you can't look at I'm paying all this money. Well, what can college do for you?
Exactly.
Right.
What you gonna get for
What
it?
you gonna
I like
take out
this
of
guy.
it? What you gonna take out of it?
Exactly.
Being a college bag, would there be like a cooler situation here?
With a straw that you can bring around.
He want to go. He want to go walk
This is a
around.
sports
trying
show.
to see, man.
It's a
Flag
sports
on
show.
the flag.
Right.
You gotta
Flag
keep
on
it
the flag.
sporty.
I think you thought about that.
No. Yeah. I mean, if you get one of the ones that you can pre-sale purchase on the website right now,
He's pushing that
there will be
pre-sale.
a waterproof lining in the inside.
A la carte, buddy.
All right.
Support those coolers.
Those tailgate parties.
Probably won't hold a 40.
Yeah, that would be perfect for a
Right.
tailgate party.
16.
This is a total tailgate party deal. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
That's
everything,
just
all your essentials in the front.
everything.
Exactly.
Got your
All the
Newports
backups in
there.
the backpack.
Absolutely.
Phone pocket, laptop pocket, just to keep everything situated.
I remember when I used to host at
EP need a
19
vape
and 43, and I used to do the tailgate parties back in the day. And I hated tailgate parties, even though I was on the air and it was all fun and all that. But I wasn't into them, partially because now I'm not a makeup person. I don't wear makeup. I hate it unless I have to on stage or whatever. But I used to hate because I was being shot, and I wanted to put stuff in stuff, and you couldn't carry. That would have been the coolest thing. You know what I mean? Just because you could carry it on, and
that was the idea, just something I could hop on a bike and use as well and go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm a
Like,
big
dang.
biker myself.
That's
right.
the Ohio State camp.
Right.
The Ohio State. Oh my
Huge.
God,
Huge.
it's
If
crazy.
you
Yeah,
gotta
no.
run the class.
I still go to the game.
That's one thing
Yo.
too, because I'm noticing right now, I can take off
Yeah.
running, because usually you're late for class anyway, because you're waking up late, because you're drunk.
Where he running out of class?
Right.
That one bag is shaking
City
all
Cleveland
over.
University.
You know what I'm saying?
Motel.
Hood University.
He need to put his
I can
TV
feel
20
myself-
microphone in there.
I can feel myself running across campus and nothing moving. I got my laptop back here, I got my weed.
Oh God. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not. Will you be able to attach something here where you can't smell nothing that's coming
Oh
out?
my gosh.
I'm asking you real questions here.
Waterproof.
You said you asking real questions. Yeah.
He wants smell proof.
You got a waterproof and
Scratch,
smell.
scratch and sniff.
You know, that's honestly, you know,
Something you want to think about.
that's something I am going to think about. I am going to think about.
Oh my God, don't think
I
about it.
like
Don't
cars.
think about it.
You need one of those.
But you know
Thought
what?
about it?
Wait, this is the catch. Remember, now they're gonna start
Smell
delivering
proof.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So now they got zip bags. They can give it. Manufacturer can give it to the delivery guy. The delivery guy can go drop it
I
off.
mean, you know, I
Got
know
a whole
about
nother
that.
market
I
there.
live in Las
Don't
Vegas,
forget about
so
us little guys
I
down
know
here
about
now.
that.
Smell proof. All right.
Chad,
That's right.
definitely proud of you, man.
Yeah, that
Proud
is
of you.
Super
Man,
proud.
This is super cool.
Yeah.
I love it,
Yeah.
man, and I think it's gonna really catch on. And I like the name. That's his first and middle name, Chad Justin Porter.
Yeah.
That sounds cool
So,
too. Chad Justin.
Just to kind of explain the name, so CHVD, that's my artist name. I do make music. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna see that because I got a song for the line dropping.
Okay. R&B's, singing,
They
hip hop.
rap, man. They're rappers.
You'll see. Stay tuned.
They're rappers.
You'll see. It's something interesting.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 20.
And your senior year?
Awesome.
No, I finished my sophomore year. I'm going in my junior year. Yeah, I got 2 more.
And his brother back there getting some shine. He got a semester left on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Right this way. There he is right there.
Yeah.
Hi, brother. How are you? Oh my gosh, I just took this off my head. Don't judge me.
You know I'm really excited about when you got young men that still use their imagination. Still, you know,
Yeah.
Creators.
That's the whole thing. You gotta be creative nowadays. So.
Well, he's amazing. Like, I'm sitting here excited because, like, what you guys all you don't know is that, you know, what I've done for so long as an education consultant is work with young people, you know, for a very long time. Before, like I said, I moved to Las Vegas. I did that for like 12 years. And to see him, you have me, like, literally, I have goosebumps because you are exactly what I was spending my life working for. And to know that you are everything except the stereotype of young brown males who are thriving from his imagination. See, that's the part that's touching me. I don't know. You know,
I always want to start one of these.
Oh God. Yay! Just don't let it go in your head, you know? Stay balanced and don't go into the old world paradigm of how we did when we became successful as a people and forgot who we were. Go into the new world paradigm because you are at the cutting edge of that.
No, you already said
I'm not talking about that.
No.
She's a nice girl, man.
She's very nice.
Definitely, you know.
She's pretty and she's kind. I can see it.
The truth about it is, you know, I'm extremely blessed.
Yeah.
I had a very good family unit, you know, very supportive, good role models.
So tell me this: are you the
Excellent.
youngest?
You can see it.
Yeah, I am the
See,
youngest.
I have my youngest son is the same way. John Carroll grad this year. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Entrepreneurs. You young ones,
That's
you
a
watch what
dad.
the older ones
Yeah,
are
you see
doing,
everything.
and you should.
Yeah.
You very well should be. You should learn a lot from that.
No, I'm excited. I can't wait to start
Good
seeing
job,
TV
man.
commercials and all
I
that
know.
stuff, man. That's gonna be cool.
Can I be one of your models?
You know, yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
No, because it's for everybody. It doesn't matter where you are.
No, I want to be
I've got
like
an
on
online
TV.
boutique.
I
You
want
might really want to holler at me.
Yeah, put him on TV 20.
He's already in a red shirt. He already in a red
He's gonna be on
suit and all
TV
that.
20.
What school did you graduate from?
I
High school.
graduated from Villa Angel St. Joseph High
Okay.
School.
Okay.
Good high school. Great high school.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland.
Hey, you got a chance to win a
Cleveland.
state championship down there too, right?
No, yeah, I got 2 rings. Yeah.
2 rings, man.
Oh, you played basketball.
Yeah. Basketball and soccer.
Love this kid. I think you're an indigo. You need to check. You need to figure out if you're indigo.
Someone actually said that.
I think you're indigo because I teach indigos and they tend to gravitate towards me. So I'm feeling you like,
Yes,
dude.
All right.
This dude is awesome.
But Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it's all the same. Chad Justin, CHVD Justin. Go and pre-order now. Wear packs. Actually, this bag is called a wear pack. You know, I made that name up. You know, you're wearing the pack. You know. So the website is chadjustin.com. chvdjustin.com. Go shop now. Pre-sales are available.
Nice. Congratulations,
Wow.
brother.
All right,
Good
You
luck.
really do
Good
deserve
luck.
it.
Hey, y'all,
Excelente.
Gotta do a little bit
About 5
overtime.
minutes. All right, check it out, man. We're gonna get off here, talk to my man Mark Gordon real quick, and then we going over to the lady who's making the big old rugs. Where's she at? Hey, how you doing?
Oh yeah, we need one on
We
the
already
wall.
got ours designed already.
Right. We want ours on the wall, like that side right there.
Because people will throw up on ours.
After them 40 ounces.
Keep the rock right here, don't go anywhere. You tuned into
Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
voiceradio.com.
I know, right? I'm waiting. I can take it because I do know where that is. Thank you.
You got an horse court? Please call me. What is 644?
How you doing?
Oh, it's in here. It's like a wreck. As a community, we have suffered and witnessed the effects of being unaware. Our outcomes and decision-making skills are far too often influenced by a stronger and bigger force, the bully. Not only does a bully attack us physically and mentally, but more importantly, socially and emotionally. The bully persuades and predicts our present and future by blinding us from the tools and resources we need to succeed and the ability to pass on that. At the forefront of our mission is the trauma, and in most cases long-term trauma caused by bullying. It can lead to depression, anxiety, and even PTSD. 75% of bully victims report higher likelihood to develop mental disease. However, bullying can be prevented, especially when the power of a community comes and grows together. By supporting and standing behind bully awareness, we can prepare ourselves as well as our children from the stronger and bigger force. Take the pledge to be bully-free. Visit yesbullyfree.org and take the pledge. This has been brought to you by the nonprofit organization Squad Goals Inc. I am bully free.
No, yeah, we're still talking about it. Something we had called Masters of Education.
Okay.
And I'm an education consultant, so it kind of worked out like perfect. But I'm actually a reporter on TV 20. That's how we actually
Are you
met.
going to TV20?
No, I'm already on.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
But just started. So in fact, I do my first thing tomorrow. My first actual when I shadowed him last week. So that was the first time. That's when I met Earl. And I really don't know a whole lot. You know, like all the people that I was really close to, they don't live here. They're in other cities, countries. Literally in the last 4 or 5 years I was gone, things have changed. So I'm kind of like, I gotta get out of here.
even allowed to be in the bar. So we had to go down in the basement or go in another room aside when we wasn't doing one of the sets. And so that's how long ago that was.
Wow. So you actually was performing out on the road and wasn't old enough to be in the bar.
Yeah, well, the road at that time, you know, this is pre-Levert, I'm Still days. This is when we were, you know, technically still teenagers.
Right. Now who said you guys are ready?
Who said we were ready?
Right. When it was time to ready, when you got out there and you started hitting the big time, when did you all realize, you know, we're ready for this? You know, the bar, singing in the bars, days are over with. We're ready to hit the big stage.
Yeah, well, it was a process. I think that once we did the I Get Hot album independently, and that provided us more, views from some of the audiences, meaning that would open up some national acts and things like that. So once we started opening some national acts and going to different cities and being seen, and we did Soul Train and all of that before we got signed to Atlantic. I think that's when we really was able to test the waters and seeing that we was ready.
Now let me ask you about Don Cornelius. I've been watching that American Soul. That dude was crazy, man. Was he like that for real?
Don was the man, you know. Yeah, I can say that, you know, he's a real pioneer.
Right.
I haven't really seen the series. I'm gonna have to go and check it out, but he was a real pioneer, and his relationship with Eddie and one time manager Harry Coombs, he put us on with the Soul Train and we had independent records. So basically, he was an outlet for us at the time, much like, you know, right now, the outlets now is social media and this and that and the other, but he was the man, the outlet for us.
Right.
And let me not miss this point, that our own hometown outlet was Lynn Tolliver.
Right.
And he works with you all down there, but Lynn Tolliver, I'll never stop giving him his praise for putting us on with, at the time, 93 radio.
Right.
And he put us on instantly when we had our Still independent record, and that's when program directors had the say-so of what they wanted to play.
Right.
And he put us on instantly, and he really gave us a boost.
Now that one moment, that first time you heard yourself on the radio, you remember when that was and what song it was?
I don't remember.
Was it Casanova?
I don't remember what at that time, but I remember a lot of different times of hearing songs on radio, just being able to hear what it sounded like, and you know, you trip out about it, and at first, and you know, so it's a different feeling especially when you go to different cities and they know the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Right.
That's a whole nother, it's a whole nother thing, but yeah, it's exciting.
And one of my favorite songs, Baby I'm Ready, you wrote that, correct?
Yes, sir, me and Joe.
Yes, that song still does it for me, for real. And so some other songs, I heard a lot of people, like you work with a lot of other artists out here, man. Who's some of the songs that people have heard that they didn't even know you wrote?
A lot of people don't know that we worked with, and this is back in the day, what year was this? Probably like late 80s. We worked with Anita Baker, wrote a song called Whatever It Takes, and it was like an undercover, I think it really could have did something if it was a single, but it wasn't a single. And then later I found out that the album was awarded a Grammy.
Okay.
So you know, that was a nice plus for us. Another song, I worked with Marcus Houston, the Immature group. I worked with Music Soul Child.
That's my boy right there.
I had a, you know, actually, this is something that recently hit home was back in, when I was living in LA, I had one of my buddies from Nipsey Hussle to my studio before he was Nipsey Hussle. He was a teenager at the time, and I worked with him for a second. Worked on a few joints with him, and he, you know, we sat down. So a lot of stuff that you see that's portraying him, that, you know, that he speaks about, that's what he really was about, you know. So, and he had that same mission when we talked, because I wanted him on my team, you know, but it was a thing where he knew what he wanted to do. He had a plan in mind, even at that age, and I couldn't do nothing but respect that. And but we still worked, and you know, and then when he got a situation, my homie hit me and was like, "Man, it said he ready. He got a situation. Come on and jump on." And at that time, I came back to Cleveland to take care of my mom because she was ill at the time, so I wasn't in the right frame to do it. But yeah, so yeah, that really touched me about that whole situation with him, because he was a good dude.
Right.
I have a question for you, Mark. It's been a long time since you worked in Levert with the original, obviously, your guys that you started the group with. What type of impact has that had on you now in terms of yourself as a musician, going alone or having different singers with you now than Sean and Gerald in the beginning? Losing them and the kind of music that you guys made at that time, what type of impact has that had on your life today and what you're going to do musically moving forward?
I think that's a good question. It's realize when you look back at it and you realize the stuff that we was able to accomplish together, I knew we had something special, and that is hard to find, when you're, out and you're without those other pieces. And so now I try to reflect on what I'm doing at the time, and try to reflect on what we did, and just embody that into a new, something new. Not really steering away from what the people know that we do or what we've done. I'm always experimenting, but I'm not going to go too far off when I know what the audience is kind of looking at and used to. So that's what I kind of think about now, and working on anything that's going to reflect the Levert brand, or anything that I know that people that look at what I do, if they, I want them to think about the good old days, and I want to make them feel good.
Now you with the loss of Gerald and Sean, with the loss of Gerald and Sean, you come back around and decided to come back and do something special, Levert 2 album. And how was that? I mean, you had to reach out and find someone who embodied what Levert was about, right? So tell us about Black Rose and how you got involved with you on Levert 2.
Well, what ended up happening, me and Sean, after Gerald's passing, me and Sean decided to, get back in and get to work. In the process, there was a long process of trying to see if anybody would fit and put them in a position to be with us as the third guy.
Right.
I could name a few people that had came up, and then they, kind of flaked. At one point, we was talking with Christopher Williams, who we had produced back in the day, and he was all with it and amped up and this, that, and the other. It would be an honor and this, that, and the other, and next thing you know, everything kind of fizzled out, you know. So it was a long process, and eventually ended up meeting or running into Black Rose at an event in Cleveland, and I knew him from back in the day, and you know, invited him to the studio. And like, okay, maybe we can put something together. So that's kind of how it went. But it had gone through a whole list of just people and people saying, and yeah, my cousin, he sounds just like Gerald. I got so many people coming at me that, you know, that saying this and that, and you know, then when you get down to it, it really ain't what they say it is. Right. So, so we just kept it moving, but we ended up putting Black Rose on that private dedication record we put together, and put Black Rose on it, and it worked out. Unfortunately, Sean wasn't around to see the final results of it, and those were his last recordings. Right there. So that's how that began.
Right, so right now, so what's happening now? What's the future for Mark Gordon?
Right now, I'm finishing up my book that's going to, you know, detail, you know, parts of my life and my perspective of everything Levert and the things that we've gone through. The songs, the albums, the tours, everything that I can think of from my perspective to, you know, give the people just a little bit more insight in, you know, what's been put out there. And of course, a lot of people sing the unsung, and you know, and I found myself trying to give them so much information. But really, you know, you can't get but so much in 42 minutes of show. So, you know, it sparked me even more to say I need to, you know, put my story out there, and you know, give the people some insight to something that, you know, that up until then, until I release it, would have been really on a hush. There's been no real discussions about, you know, a lot of stuff. So that's the plan. I'm doing that. I have some other surprises with, you know, unreleased music that we recorded that I plan on putting out with the book. And so that's what I got planned.
All right, so we got a book coming out, but
Nice,
I'm sure you're going to definitely let us know when that's going to drop, and we look forward to hearing some more music from you in the future. And man, I say the music transcends time, man. I'm still listening to all the pop, and every day. Baby, I'm ready, and man, some of the Casanova, I mean, some of the coldest slow cuts ever.
Yeah, it's funny how when you hear it now, you know, even after them transitioning here, you realize how important their music was, how important Levert was in the R&B game, and it's so missed. And so I'm excited, and you know, to hear that you're moving on and doing some great things. And I actually know you, Mark. You know, you probably can't tell through the voice, but I'll say this about Mark, and I've known him for a long time, and he's a gentleman, just truly a gentleman in the game, just a nice, good dude. You know, no, he is. So many people don't really realize that. Mark was always a gentleman and an excellent writer, so it's good to hear you got some stuff going on.
Mark started to fight with me the first time.
I appreciate that.
You're
Mark started
welcome.
to fight with me the first time I met him. I don't remember him being on.
Well, I was a little girl, but I remember.
I gotta tell you again,
Nice dude.
El Porter, he, you know, when we put together dedication, El was a part of it, and he came down and hosted the CD release party we did downtown, and you know, so I still thank him for doing that, and and, you know, he did his thing. So, yeah, Earl Porter's been around and been a part of that process, so I appreciate that, brother.
It's almost like I am in Levert County.
You want to be. He wants to be.
It's almost like I am Levert. Like, me too.
I'll tell you, Levert cost
You
me.
say hashtag me too.
Hey, Mark, it's
Jupiter.
both. It's like it's both of ours.
You know, that's the thing about Levert though. They belong in Cleveland, and if you're a Clevelander, you just feel like, you know what I mean? I'm from here. I don't care. Las Vegas, and this is my home. This will always be my home. And it's like Cleveland and Levert. They go together. It's like synonymous with Cleveland.
How many kids you said you got, Aaron?
12.
Was that part of Levert?
Somebody said 16.
Yeah, all the songs.
That was Levert?
I can sing. What can I say? I can sing.
The last one.
Yeah, 16 kids. I'm just saying.
Hey, check out that we had
Big
Mark
Mouse
Gordon.
LSG.
Man, we love you, man. Mark, it's good to holler at you, man. Keep doing your thing. And shout out, any kind of Instagrams and all that. How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Mark__Gordon. All the other ones is Mark Gordon. Yeah, just look me up. I'm on there. I'm trying to get a little bit more heavy on the Instagram. I'm on there, but you'll be hearing more about it. I'll definitely keep in touch and let you know what's going on. Cleveland got to know first.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yes.
All right, my brother, man. We appreciate you for sure, man. Keep up the good work, man. Stay in touch.
Appreciate it.
Have a good weekend.
Love and light to you.
All right, peace. We're gonna stay on here. Way ahead of you.
me on the spot. You know what I mean?
You don't have to rap. You
No,
don't flow.
I know she got it.
I got it
I know
always.
she got it, so yeah, that's what it
got
is.
it. Observe this original queen from the suburbs, far from you, that's my only attribute. F the prima donna, any hoe can bring the drama. I rhyme whenever, however, F the weather, to the beat, pulling concrete under chicks' feet. The baddest lyricist, hip-hop activist. I just keep going.
Yes. Woo! Snap, 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 snap. Just right off the fly. So I just want to say this, because everybody knows, okay, I'm the spiritual one in the group. Have you figured that much out?
Yes, I have.
I'm the
So,
heathen.
I'm like, who am I? And they go like,
you're the queen, mother, goddess, sister,
All right,
woman.
I
Yes,
understand.
Ashe and I
Who
mean.
am I? All right.
I mean, so here's my thing, because, really, this is just my real life.
yeah,
And I always know when I'm talking to a real.
yeah,
What I love about what you've done is that it's what I call you took hip hop to the next level.
yeah.
And one of the things that we don't do enough as brown, beautiful, amazing brown people, of course, because we've got this narrative about who we are and who we are not. But what you did was you changed the narrative, and that's really what we do. Why we've been able to survive this
Yeah.
space and this time, and then we've been here still. Because of what you did, and I think that's an amazing lesson to transfer in this conversation today. That what you did is what it takes to get it, and to keep it and to
I do
maintain
it for many. It's like, this is for my
Yeah.
brother, but I create product that makes sense to your brand. So it's like, our brand market fit. So that's leveraging these influences and finding product or creating product so they can, continue to amplify their brand.
Right.
There's so many artists who got no product, you know what I mean? It's like, you already a brand. So, you got 5,000, 500, 500,000. They are strong core fans. EPMD is EPMD. They went gold, you know what I
Yes.
mean? You go plat, those same 500 fans are still with you.
Right.
500,000. So where's the product when you ain't pushing music? You know
That's
what I
it.
mean?
You
So
got your army
I'm putting
already.
product on their backs all day. Yeah.
And
Awesome.
loving you right now.
Love the snow, man.
Kim Summer doing her thing. Tell us website, how many people get in touch with you? and
They can
find
get in
out.
touch with me at I'm K Sermon, so I'm KAYE_SERMON. But my company is Death Rows on all social media platforms, but you can definitely see me, K Sermon. And I appreciate y'all having me. I know I came late. I so appreciate y'all letting me. I
We
love
love
it.
having
We
you.
went overtime.
Love the
for you,
vibe,
man.
love the energy, you know what I mean? And I thank Cleveland for having me as well. And my
Exactly.
homeboy T-Mo for bringing me down.
So where you headed at now? Where do you live, actually?
I live in Atlanta.
You live in Atlanta?
I live in
Okay,
Atlanta,
so
yeah.
you're going back there, that's where your home base of operation is?
Honestly, I just got to Atlanta. My home base is actually in Jersey and Long Island, so I opened up a spot in Atlanta, you know what I mean? Because that's where my family was from. I ain't go there because of the hype, I've been going there since EPMD broke up.
Heck yeah.
And my brother flew there because my grandmother was there, and my aunts was there. So yeah, I got a spot in Atlanta, and I got a hub in Atlanta, so yeah.
Y'all accent is scaring me sometimes. I don't know that. You want to rug, yo? Yo, I'm Kim Sermon from Jersey. You want a rug, yo?
I'm from
Yes,
Long
I will
Island.
buy the rug. Long Island.
He's on a whole nother borough. Tell him
Yeah,
you
I'm
better
from
get it
Long Island.
right. You better get it right.
Let's get it
I used to
clear.
live in
He's
New
from
York.
East Cleveland, so he.
Yeah, I'm
He has no accent. He has potholes.
And we fish and swim.
And you got McCall.
And we fish and swim.
Yeah, we all got accents. I ain't even trying to lose time. It's
I
my
know.
swag right here.
And you know what's crazy?
That's how I bring them to the yard.
Isn't it funny, like when you go to New York, or if you're ever around New Yorkers, especially if you live there for a little period of time, I did back in the day, and you just pick up the accent and you, yo, you saw son, you start, God, what's up, man? Hey, mom, and I'm like,
I saw him
you start picking it up.
Working for TV 20, and Jay-Z right there, and I'm like, Jay, can I get an interview with you? I got you, son.
Yeah.
Let it roll.
I stayed there for a minute,
Right.
followed him again, yo, want that interview?
I got you,
son,
son,
I got
take
you,
it
son,
easy.
got you, son.
Yeah.
He never gave me an interview.
Man, that's horrible.
Never gave it to me.
I'm in the South, so they be like, talk for me. I be making up words like whatever gonna bring them. I'm like, yo, what's good? What's going on? Like, yeah, I keep it real thick. Like,
We over here like, how are you, Kim?
yeah, right.
How
Hey,
you
what
doing?
you like? All right, so I'm gonna talk like this
Proper,
for
yeah,
you.
like,
Yeah, right, exactly. Even me, Miss Cleveland proper, suburban chick, I go straight New York on that. On that.
Hey, we appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all as well.
Love
Hey,
those
clap it
eyes.
up, y'all.
Love those eyes.
Black excellence.
Hey, listen up.
Brown
We
excellent.
gotta go. Who's in there?
This my friend. She's touched by our teas. She's a massage therapist to stars as well. So
You here? Are you here in Cleveland?
It's open.
I know you look familiar.
I got a little something back here.
Yeah, you got the hottest hands in the city. That's what it's called.
I got you, son.
Hottest hands in the city.
She said she got you, son.
My man T-Moore over there, what's happening, bro? That's what's up, man.
Who's that?
That's T-Moore.
He's my caveat. He brought us in. You know? We in Cleveland because of him. You know.
Aw, nice.
And then T-Moore started
Appreciate
out
it, definitely.
way back on Unsportsmanlike Conduct. This very show. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all. And she come what?
She gonna touch you.
She coming to take care. He got scared. He said, what? Come on, EP, you can't, man. Come on. You can't be representing Cleveland like that, man.
Look at the smile on you.
Take his wear pack
As soon as
off.
she touch you, it's over. It's a wrap. You like, so,
Oh, look at his smile.
So, honey, I
You getting his
can't
wear
come.
pack excited.
Look at those dimples.
Music stop, everything.
Right. Is the show over? We gotta let the listeners know.
And look,
the
she's
show
standing
over.
back there like a
Hey, yo, man, y'all been
hardcore soldier.
tuned
She's
into
like, I
Unsportsmanlike
got
Conduct
this.
with
I
today.
got this.
Kai,
Yes.
Casey, Sermon.
Her clientele's like my rug book, like a clientele extensive. Like she got the hottest hands in the city. That's what
Real?
they call her, yes.
Man,
You
shout
got
out
the hottest hands in the city.
Shout out to Black Rose. That's football too.
Jason Dunn.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, you
Kai, what's your name is?
Kai.
What your name is?
What's your
Kai.
name,
You ain't know what to do. Like, relax.
Kai.
Oh, yeah.
He is literally getting a massage, you guys. I know you don't believe it, but he is. From the hottest hands in Atlanta.
Yes.
It's here with Miss Sermon.
Yes. Touch
Shout
her.
out
She looks like she's doing her thing.
Chad Justin Bags. Make sure you get you one.
Yes, and it was wonderful being on the show.
Resale.
EP. Thanks for having me come out
Resale.
and do my thing, and you guys look forward to what is my show coming up?
Huh?
Masters of Education.
Whatever. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hey, listen.
Your show is canceled. You gotta get the new show is Hottest Hands in Cleveland.
Hottest hands in Cleveland. He's moving around here from Atlanta.
Okay. Hey, we want to thank everybody for coming on the show today, man. Shout out to Kim Sermon, Jason Dunn,
Jason Dunn.
Mark Gordon, Black Rose, man. We got them all.
Mark Gordon.
Don't forget tomorrow, keep it locked right here. We got my man Lynn Tolliver, just the two of us are friends at 9 a.m. Then we got Chuck Conway Jr. with Golden Wax at 2 p.m. 3 p.m. is Larry Gardner with Headlines and Headaches, rounding it out. Keep it locked right here all day long. Don't forget on Monday.
Don't forget on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sunday.
The Lou.
The Lou.
Broadcast live on Lou TV. It's the championships. 1 o'clock.
So they're part of the pledge campaign.
Be there. You know?
They have games at Lutheran East.
Right. Willie Free.
Right there on Mayfield.
I'm trying to remember everything since I've been back home. It's like trying to
Hey, check it out, man. We appreciate you. Keep it locked. Say goodbye to the people, Kai.
Bye to the people. I'm Kai Love, and I'm loving on my city.
All right.
Coach Bo, the silent man. Enjoy your weekend. Have a safe one. See you Sunday.
Yo, it's your boy McQueen on the scene, the voice with vision. Check us out on Sunday, and we'll be back here next Friday for more Unsportsmanlike Conduct on voiceitradio.com.
You know what time it is, y'all. Keep it locked right here all day long, all day long. If it didn't happen, if you didn't hear it here, then it probably didn't happen. It's your boy EP from
Cleveland.
Cleveland. I love my city.
Right.
Y'all get the group photo real quick.